Hello. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. And I hope everybody has had a wonderful week. Thank you for joining me on the mat. So we can just stick on the tack. So I have blocks. Pretty bright right here because the lights are extra shiny. So if you can see me. I have my bolster and I have my blocks. For the bolster, we're going to start on our back. So we're going to snuggle the bolster right on up to our spine and settle in. Now, often when we start, I like to release the chest passively with the knees out, Supta Baddha Konasana. But this time, we're going to bring the feet to the mat width apart and then lean the knees in. And give them a little push. Give them a little push and then kind of release. Okay, if this is too much for the neck, feel free to stick a block under the head, some kind of pillow. Let's just let the hands come alongside the hips. Start to zero the focus in on the breath. Pulling it all the way down to the hip bones. Just play around with that idea if it doesn't come exactly like that. The first couple of breaths, just get playful. Get playful with the breath. This is our greatest tool in yoga. Most accessible. A mechanism that links us to the present, which is an important element of mindfulness, being a mindfulness practice. So get to become friends with your inhales and exhales. Just 2 more breaths here, and we can start moving. It is a flow class. And since we are being mindful with our breath, if you ever notice your breath getting, if you're holding your breath or it gets a little labored, then make sure you ease off. Come into child's pose, come into down dog, come into shavasana, and then join when your breath can become smooth again. All right, let's walk the feet together. Let's roll to one side so we can push the bolster out of the way. Maybe up toward your head because we're going to be rocking back and forth. I'm going to turn this way so you can see. Not yet. Bring the knees into the chest. Each hand on each knee. As we inhale, we lengthen the arms. As we exhale, we pull the knees in, lift the tailbone. So we're rocking the pelvis here. Inhale, you feel the lower back lift. Exhale, pull the knees in, tailbone tucks. Inhale long. Exhale, pull. One more inhale. And exhale. All right, arms out so the knees are pointing straight up more or less straight up at the sky, and then we're just going to separate. Okay, now we're opening those inner thighs. We're going to make some circles with the ankles. Let the weight of the legs just open them up. We don't need to use our hands right now. We're just using our musculature. We don't need any levers. Okay, and then we're just going to keep the shoulders rooted, and we're just going to sway from side to side. Be free with this movement. As you come through the middle, knees go wide, and then as you come over, you can extend the top leg. Just play around with the movement of the lower body. And now actively reach out with that top leg as you come over. Roll onto the outer hip, reach out with the top leg. Through the middle, reach out with the top. When we settle over on the right side, we're going to stop, reach that leg on out. Maybe we get the toe to the ground. Maybe it's just hovering. That's okay. Make some more ankle circles, flex and point. Activate the calf. Reach out, reach away from the body with those toes. Start to feel something on the outer left hip. And let's bend in, come through the center, rock over to the other side, reach out with the right leg. Try to bring this right hip over the left. Make sure the right shoulder stays snuggy to the ground. And let's breathe long so that we're not crowding our chest with our hips. There's a tendency to kind of curl in the twist, but let's reverse that. By breathing the right sit bone toward the bottom of the mat. All right, let's bring it back into the center. Let's hug the knees in. And let's wake up our core. So knees are about 90 degrees. Let's inhale our hands with the thumbs to the brow, prayer hands. As we exhale, we're going to reach outside the right to the right. The left shoulder lifts. Inhale to come in. Exhale to reach over to the left. The right shoulder lifts. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Really pulling the belly down and in on that exhale. Good morning, core. Okay, now we're going to get the legs involved a little bit more. So we'll inhale here. As we exhale, right leg goes up, left leg reaches out as we reach to the right side. Inhale, come back in. Exhale, other way. Left leg reaches up, right leg reaches out. We reach to the left. Inhaling back. These lovely, slow, long movements. Working all the muscles deliberately. We'll do one more each side. And come on back. Let's hug those knees in, make a few little circles. And we're going to rock and roll our way to down dog. Let's get some momentum. Get enough, you can roll over the ankles, hands come down, shoot back, down dog. Or just get here wherever you can. Let's up on the toes, pull the navel in, let's roll on out to plank. Exhale, push the hips up and back. If you find yourself adjusting your feet between plank and down dog, let's keep the feet plank distance. Inhale, unroll the spine. Exhale, push it straight back, flat back. Last one, inhale, come out. Exhale, push. And we're going to root through the right hand, free up the left hand. And we're going to reach under the body, left shoulder coming under the body. We're going to take hold of the outside of the right thigh, or right calf, right ankle. If that's not accessible, come into extended puppy with the hips over the knees and come into the twist. Maybe we can look past our right tricep toward the top of the mat. Keep sinking through the heels. Keep reaching up through the tailbone. Lots of little places for our awareness to rest. Let's go ahead and come back to down dog. Sink into the left hand. Fingertips grab into the mat, so distribute the weight. Roll the shoulder under the body. Then reach for that left leg, outside of the left leg. Pull the breath up to the tailbone. Peek under the left armpit if it's available. And release the hand. Go back to our down dog. We'll ripple forward into plank. Take an inhale in plank. And as we exhale, come forward on the toes. Elbows stay close to the ribs as we come all the way down to the ground. The arms are going to come out to a T. We're going to pick up the left foot. And as we exhale, we're going to reach that left foot as close to the right hand as we can. And exhale, we come back to a T. And that's off my neck. Same thing with the right foot. Inhale to reach it over and back. Try to aim for the left hand. The right shoulder is going to rise a little bit. That's okay. And exhale back to T. Inhale, left foot reaches a exhale. That's the forehead. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale back. Inhale, right foot. Exhale, T. Last one. Reach it back. And so. Okay, hands are going to come off the mat, just off the mat, into tense. Roll the shoulders away from the ground. Let's lift as we reach the toes back. Okay, keep the thighs active. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, ripple up. Pull the shoulders down. And back. Inhale to rise. Hold here. Maybe we lift the right foot and take a look over our shoulder. Exhale back to center. Inhale here. Exhale, ripple the other way. Take a look over the left shoulder. Exhale. Inhale to find the back bend. Exhale to move into a bit of a twist. Roll through an inhale. Come on back. And exhale, melt on down to the ground. Release the hands, flex and open, close and open the palms. Give a little shake to the fingers. Lovely. We are going to roll onto our left side. Okay, rest your head on your arm. Bend the knees forward so that we have a place to land here. Knee up to the sky. As we exhale, the knees are just going to come down and kiss. So the knees are out, the heels are in line with our hips. Inhale, lift the knee. Exhale, just a tap. Control this. So we're not just setting the knee down. We're just going to do a little tap. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And we're going to reach up to the sky. Maybe we reach on the inside and take a hold of the arch of the foot. You can take a hold of the ankle. Just going to guide it toward the head. You want the hips stacked, you want the shoulders stacked. So let's try to stay aligned. Pull that leg in just a little bit more. Exhale, release, reach it long. Bend the foot behind toward the bum and go ahead and grab it with the right hand. And we're going to kick the foot into the hand, and now that might kind of wobble you backwards. We can extend the left leg to counterbalance. Let's keep the thigh parallel to the ground. And keep, we don't want to wing it up. We want to keep it down. Press the hips forward, pull the navel in and up to really target the quad. Okay, release that foot, curl the left leg in, extend the right leg long. Let's get our left hand to the outside of that leg, just like we did in Twisted Down Dog, and roll the right shoulder into the ground. If you like, you straighten the left leg. So here we are basically in the shape of a revolved triangle. So by getting our shoulders on the ground, then that's the stacking action we want in this pose. Push the sit bone toward the left foot. Right sit bone moves toward left foot. Okay, release that leg. Let's come onto our belly. Big belly breath and sigh out. And we're going to roll onto our right side. Rest on the arm so the body's nice and long. Then bend the knees out. Do our little clamshell so the toes are just lightly touching each other and the knees are just barely touching. And we inhale to come up with the knee and exhale, just a tap, controlled tap. Inhale to come up. Very nice work, very nice for the SI joint. A lot of us in yoga, if we get hypermobile, we can create some inflammation in the SI joint after a couple decades of yoga. I wouldn't know anything about that. All right, next time you come up with the knee, toes to the sky. If it's available, we can reach on the inside of the leg and pull it in closer to the head. We're looking to enjoy the stretch through the leg. Okay, exhale, release. Bend the leg back. Keep the left leg thigh parallel to the ground. Let's take a hold of that foot and kick in. If you need to extend the right leg forward to counterbalance, please do so. Hold the navel in. Tuck the tailbone. We want to really target the quad here. And release. We're going to kick that leg forward. We're going to reach out with the right hand, get the outside of the ankle, outer blade of the foot, and then we're going to peel, we're going to pull this left shoulder down. And if it feels good, we're going to extend the right leg. Breathe the left sit bone down toward the right heel, or down toward the bottom of the mat. Kind of imprint this shape into your body because this is what we're working toward. And release. We're going to come into down dog. So from wherever you are, you can roll over your ankles, you could roll to one side, little feet shoot back, whatever's working out for you. Exhale everything. Look to the hands. Take a hop or step to the top of the mat. Let's inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. And exhale to namaste. Inhale up, press the hips forward. Exhale, bend the knees, bring the chest low, reach the fingertips back. Inhale, reach all the way up. Stretch long. Exhale to bend in. Inhale to ride. Exhale, bend in. We're going to keep the legs where they are as we inhale to lift. Sink the hips. On our next exhale, we're going to swing this right arm down and open. And on the inhale, we come back to low chair, thunderbolt. Inhale, sweep the left arm open. Keep the hips sinking. Inhale. Exhale, right sweeps open. You look back at the right thumb. Exhale. Or inhale, back up. Exhale. Inhale up. Let's stretch it up. And swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Step or float it back into plank. And lower down into tricep push-up, chaturanga. Inhale. Up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Okay, let's inhale the right leg up. Let's exhale, let's bring it forward. Let's bring the knee into the left elbow. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, pull it in. Cross the hip under the body. Inhale, lift. Right knee, left elbow. And step it forward. Pivot on the back foot. And we come on up to warrior two. Switch sides so you can see me. Let's make sure our hips are over, our shoulders are over the hips. And settle. Check and see if you can see the big toe of the right foot. We're going to take this left hand around and catch hold of the thigh. And keeping the legs just as they are, we're going to reach up and extend the right side body. On an inhale, we're going to pull the hips back with the outer blade of the left hand so we can reach out over the extended leg. And we're going to stay here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, find the steadiness in the pose. One more inhale to reach. Exhale, settle the hand either on a block or on the foot, on the shin. Pull the left shoulder back. Lean the shoulders back and nudge the hips that way. Hips go that way, shoulders go that way, behind you. So you can line up over that extended leg. Okay, let's release that arm, reach it on up. As we inhale, we're going to reach long, reach the fingertips away from the left hip. And exhale, open, stacking the shoulders. Inhale to reach long. And exhale. One more inhale long. Exhale, power to lift all the way up. Turn the toes inward. Let's press the hips forward, lift the heart as we exhale. We come into a fold, hands underneath the shoulders. Again, let's get a nice flat back here. So if you need a block to get a flat back, then please use it. We're going to take the right hand and swing it up. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to point toward the left toes underneath the body. Inhale, open. Exhale, point to left toes. Inhale, lift. And hold here. Exhale. If you feel so inclined, inhale to reach away from the tailbone with the left hand or right hand. And exhale. Inhale, right hand reaches. And exhale. Inhale here one last time. Sink into the outer left foot. And exhale down. Other side. Inhale to sweep up. Exhale, left hand points to right foot. You can look under our right arm. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, stay here. Flip the palm toward the front of the mat. And reach on the inhale. Exhale, stack the shoulders as much as possible. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open to the left. Inhale. Just notice how it feels different from on each side. And sink. Let's walk the hands on back. Drop the head toward the ground. If it hits the ground, walk the feet in so we have traction through the spine. Move the weight into the outer portion of the feet. Inhale, flat back. As we exhale, we're going to turn over toward the right foot. Stay up on that back heel. Okay, inhale here. Exhale, straighten the right leg. So we're in kind of a pyramid variation. Inhale to come forward into our high lunge legs. Make sure the right knee is over the right ankle. Exhale to straighten the leg. Inhale to come forward. Sink that left hip. Exhale to come back. Inhale forward, set the left knee on the ground, release the toes. Left hand underneath the shoulder. We're going to windmill the right arm open. Exhale, circle that head around, reach back for the knee. Our right shoulder's on the inside of the right knee. Inhale, open to turn to the right. Exhale to sweep the hand down. And point back. Inhale, open. Let's stay here, reach back. If it's available, lift the left foot. Roll the right shoulder open. And let's pull that right knee in. It wants to wing, but let's just kind of nudge it in toward the chest. Exhale that foot down. Spiral the hands. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. We're going to step the left foot halfway up the mat. Turn the toes slightly outward. The heels can line up if that works for you. If you want to bring a block in, bring right to the inside of the left foot, right foot. Right thumb goes in the right hip crease and pulls that hip back. And we start to look over toward the right. That works out. We're gonna reach the hand back, open the right hand to the right as well. Start rolling that right shoulder atop the left, and maybe we reach up. And breathe. Keep growing long out. Like we're peeking around the corner of our right thigh. And let's exhale on down. Plant both hands, step back both feet. And we're headed to down dog, so you can take your vinyasa up, go straight there. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Feel out the sensations between both legs. Enjoy the sensations between both legs. And as we're ready, we're going to inhale the left leg up. As we exhale, our shoulders are going to come over wrists, and the left knee is going to kiss the right elbow, so across the body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cross. Inhale, right. Exhale, pull in across the midline. And we'll step it. Pivot on the back foot. Rise up into our left side warrior two. And check in with the knee. It wants to cave in. Settle the arms out nice and strong. So the core is engaged here. So that we're kind of neutralizing a back bend. So let's make sure that that we're not back bending in this pose. That our core is maintaining us so that we have the strength to just, our arms feel almost light. Sink into the feet. Find the pads. Find the breath. We're going to take the right hand around behind. Catch the thigh if we can. Pinky is closest to the hip. And again, this is going to encourage a pop out of the ribs. So let's pull the ribs in. Flip the left hand. Reach on up overhead. Find the stretch in the left side body. Let's drop the hips. And then inhale, we're going to pull the hips back as we straighten the left leg. Reach out over the extended leg. Keep the shoulder open so we're nice and stacked. Lots of space across the chest. Reach on the inhale. Find a sense of ease on the exhale. Our next exhale, settle the hand on the foot, on the shin, on the block. Pull this right shoulder back. Release the hand to the sky. The outside of the right foot. Look at the heel. Nudge the hips forward. Nudge the shoulders back. Flip the palm. We'll inhale long out of that right hip. Exhale, open. Inhale, length. And exhale. Inhale, reach it. Last one, inhale. And as we exhale, let the fingers power lift, turn the toes out. Let's inhale, lift up. Exhale, slide into goddess, gauge the core. Core will keep us here. Makes this pose a lot more ease. You find the ease more if the core is engaged in this pose. Okay?
Otherwise, all the work is happening through the thighs, and maybe you want that. But you can hang out here a lot longer if the core is helping to kind of support the upper body. Kind of like a dancer lift. Like if the lifted dancer is not holding his or herself in a particular way, then it's much harder to lift. It's like a big sack of potatoes. So unsack your potatoes. All right, let's bring the palms to the thighs. Inhale a nice long spine. As we exhale, we're going to push the left leg away. Drop the left shoulder, spiral toward the right. Inhale to come up through center. Exhale, drop the right shoulder, push the right knee away. Turn the chest to the left. And exhale. Maybe the hips sink a bit more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to center, straighten the legs, turn the toes in. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hands come behind the back. Interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades. Now we are in a back bend. Lift the heart. Exhale, lead with the heart. Come to fold. Again, if your head is hitting the ground, let's walk the feet in a bit so we have traction space. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades together. Pull the palms together. And enjoy. And then exhale, hand comes to the sacrum. We're going to melt the hands down the legs. Maybe we get all the way to the toes. Interlace the finger or hook the big toe with the peace fingers. Lock it with the thumb. Elbows pull outward. Now, if you're on your ankles, or calves, you can do the same thing. Pull the elbows wide. Shift the weight into the toes. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, hands to hips. We'll take an extra breath here. Inhale, go long through the crown of the head. Pull the shoulders back toward the hips. Inhale, come all the way up. Turn the left toes out. And we'll windmill on down into our high lunge. Drop the right hip. On an inhale, we're going to straighten the left leg. Still up on the right heel. And exhale. Inhale to lift. Blocks are great under the hands here. Exhale. Hang out here. Let's roll that right hip down toward the ground. Let's lift into our hamstring stretch. And exhale, let's bring it all the way down. Right knee hits the ground. Right hand under the shoulder. We twist toward the left. Windmill the hand back. Exhale, big circle all the way through. And points back at the right knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, circle all the way around. Shoulder comes close to the left knee. On this inhale, we hold. Maybe we pick up the back foot and get it. Roll the left shoulder open, even if we don't have the leg or the foot. Hug the left knee in toward the midline. It wants to wing, but we're going to pull it in. Get it close. Drop the hips. On your next exhale, lower that foot. And spiral it around. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, step it halfway up the mat. Square yourself up for a pyramid pose. So roll the right hip forward, pull the left hip back. Heart sinks toward the left knee. Release the head. We missed that on the other side, didn't we?
Pyramid stretch. The exact translation of this one is intense side stretch. So go along with your upper body, crown of the head moving away from the hips. Pull the left hip in. Square everything up. Maybe walk the fingers back toward the right foot. Okay, let's inhale a flat back. We're going to take the left thumb into the left hip crease and pull it back. We're going to set the right hand on a block or on the foot. Block on the inside of the foot, block on the outside of the foot. There's always a difference between sides. So just kind of play around with how that feels without getting judgy about it. Pull the left shoulder up, reach back with the left hand, palm facing out to the left. Maybe find your balance, and maybe we can reach up with that left hand. Keep going along with the crown of the head away from the hips. And breathe. One more inhale. Highlight. One more. And let's look down at that foot. Left hand comes down. Now, before we do our vinyasa, I feel like we gotta give our right side some love. So go ahead and pivot the feet. Walk the hands over to set up our intense side stretch on this side. Inhale a long spine. Press down through the ball of the right foot. Hug the right hip in. Melt the heart toward the knee. Middle of the heart, yeah? And if they have the freedom, we can walk the hands on either side of this right leg. Fingertips reach back. Find your feet. Where are the pressure points? And can you manipulate the pressure points into the ground? How does that subtly alter the sensations in your body? How does that alter the shape of your intense side stretch? All right, let's walk the hands forward. Let's walk back around to the top of the mat. Plant the hands, step or hop the feet back, and take a vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. Take a moment to feel out your body. Getting connected with this paired instrument of body and breath. And let's come up on the toes, set the knees, release the feet, knees wide, toes together, sit bones to heels. Melt the heart into the earth, relax the arms. If you'd like, you can thread your hands through the knees, reach back at the toes and settle a cheek on the mat. I will tell you halfway so you can switch sides. Melt the shoulders into the ground. Breathe into the hammock of the belly. Get heavy through the sit bones. My friends who have one cheek turned to the mat, go ahead and switch. Melt in completely. Play with your best friend breath. And let's go ahead and bring the arms forward. Reach the hands long, lift the elbows off the ground, but keep the chest melting in. Press the forehead into the mat. Maybe just gently sway the head. Tiny little massage to the forehead.
And we're going to come onto our bums. So let's engage the core. Walk the hands back. And I either sweep your feet around to come onto your bum, or if you're working on the jump through. Jump through is really fun with blocks too. Get blocks under your down dog. Make sure there's enough space for your feet to hop through. Look ahead, draw the navel in, bend the knees, and slide on through. This is kind of a fun little yogi trick. Let's shake out the legs. Wiggle out the shoulders. Okay, we're going to take our we're going to take our left foot in. Yeah, right leg stays extended. Cross the ankle over the knee. We're going to thread our fingers through. I love doing this so much. Press the fingers down toward the webbing. We'll make a few little circles with the ankles. Then we're going to flex and point. So as we flex, we're going to bend the toes back with our fingers. As we point, we're going to pull the toes. And then we unzip. So you can either come into Janu, so it's kind of tree legs, so the left foot is pressing into the right thigh, or we're going to slide the outer blade of the foot into the hip crease, and the knee is going to rest toward the ground. Let's make sure we keep this foot flexed so that the ankle is not collapsing. We're going to inhale nice and tall. Exhale, lean the heart forward. Inhale, lengthen, look at the toes. Exhale, melt. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Let's get the right hand or left hand to the outside of the right ankle. Melt the heart in toward the knee. Right hand comes to the inner arch and the elbows bend in opposite directions. Every inhale is a pull. Every exhale is a melt. Okay, inhale to look at that foot. Exhale to come on up. Okay, we're going to take this foot and cross it all the way over. We're going to lean to the right, curl the right heel in toward the left hip, sit up nice and tall. Left fingers come around, get a nice big twist. Left arm reaches up, right arm reaches up, get space to the right side body to hook the elbow to the outside. If that works, and that allows a full breath moving past the thigh into your hips. So really pull the breath long. Exhale, release. We're going to do-si-do to the other side. We're back in our twist. So however you get here, we have the right knee is hugged close to the chest. Left heel is close to the right hip. Sit up nice and tall. Start to turn to the right. Right fingers go behind tented so we can push the spine long, lift the heart. Reach up with the left hand. And left elbow can come to the outside, or we hug in, and then we just really see how much strength our diaphragm has by really pushing into the thigh with our inhales. And exhale, release. Lean back, straighten out the left leg, pull then we have our figure four. Fingers lace as close to the webbing of the toes as we can get. A few little circles. And then we'll flex and point. So as we flex, we bend the toes back, and as we point, we pull the toes. So a little stretch over the top of the ankle. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall too. There's other things happening here besides the feet. All right, unzip the fingers, slide that foot into its position, whether it's a standard Janu or we're half lotusing our foot here. Okay, let's sit up nice and tall. Start to lean the heart over the extended leg. Right hand to the outside of the left foot. Extend long.
The left hand comes into the inside, crossing at the wrist. As we exhale, elbows bend out and we sink the body. So every inhale, we give a little pull with the arms. And as we exhale, we melt. We get heavier through the upper body. See if there's any space to release into. Big breath. Those in half lotus, see if you can like press into the heel with your diaphragm. Yeah, you can now look at that leg, those toes. Exhale, come on up, lean back. Let's shake after that. I'm gonna do a quick time check here. How are we doing? I can keep doing this forever. Okay, good, perfect. All right, let's go on to our backs. And just like we started, let's inhale a long spine. Exhale to pull in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale. Oh, I forgot there was one more thing I want to do. So let's rock and roll back up to sitting. The magic of live. Can't edit this out. Shake. Okay, we'll sit up nice and tall. Let's roll the shoulder heads back. Press the palms into the floor. Reach out with the chin and tuck it into the notch at the bottom of the neck. Let's make sure we're not hunching forward as we do that. So find the core, so lots of space through the chest. So pull the shoulder blades together as we tuck the chin. Breathe through the column. Peel the toes back so far that the heels come off the ground. Let's inhale to rise, lift the head. Exhale to reach out over both feet. Inhale to gather and lift the heart. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, pull the elbows back, lift the heart. Exhale, swim it down. Left hand comes to the outside of the right foot. Windmill the arm open, the right arm open. Exhale, bring it in. Right hand to the outside of the left foot. We swing open the left hand. And exhale, fold. Inhale, open. Exhale down. Inhale. So we're lifting the heart as we twist open. And exhale, melt. Okay, stay right here. Okay, so we have our left hand onto our right foot, right? And we're going to release the right hand. And we're going to pick up the right foot. We're going to start to twist to the right. And then reach out. Breathe into the thigh here. And let's exhale. We have that foot with both hands. Let's bend the elbows out nice and wide and bring the knee toward the nose. Let's try to keep the chest lifted so we're not sagging back as we do this. Lift. And then on our exhale, we're down again. Okay. Right hand to the outside of the left foot. And we lift it. We lift off. We take the left hand and open out into a twist. Move the heart to the left. Sit up tall on both sit bones. Maybe look back at the left thumb. And let's bring it in. Let's bend both elbows. Bring that knee toward the nose. Let's make sure we're not caving toward the knee. Sit up nice and tall. Bring the knee to us. And we're going to bring the knee and the body down at the same time.
Or a leg and the body at the same time. And now just melt over these legs. Soften the feet, soften the arms, soften the head, just melt. Drawing the navel, inhale to sit up.
Bring the hands behind, roll the shoulder heads back, and we're either going to come into a reverse tabletop to release our quads or to release our hip flexors, or we're going to come up into reverse plank. Pull the tailbone down toward the heels, squeeze the shoulder blades to support the heart. And exhale on down. Now we're going to roll down to our backs. So take a moment here, feel out how you want to move your legs, how you want to massage the sacrum. Maybe make circles, maybe just bend and straighten like we started out. Maybe you're just going to flex and point the legs, flex and extend. Sway the head, some clearing breaths. Okay, we're going to come into a twist. So you can either do the standard twist of just knees down. We kind of set ourselves up for cat grabbing its tail. Left hand takes the outside of the right foot or the ankle. Right hand takes the outside of the left foot. Now we're going to roll onto our outer left hip. So the right leg is going to go over. At the same time, the left foot is going to come down behind, and we're going to try to keep our shoulders on the ground. So we have both feet. We're getting a quad stretch in the left foot and a hamstring twist on the right. So let's make sure that that right shoulder can get heavy toward the ground. If it's a little bit up, don't worry too much about it. Just start to lengthen the breath. You need a little more in the quad. You're going to slide that left knee straight down the mat, maybe even a little bit behind the hips. Look out over your right shoulder. And if the hamstring stretch a little too much, then go ahead and soften through the right knee. Soften yourself into the shape. Finish your exhale. Bend the right leg. Let's spiral ourselves back to our backs. Take a little release. And we'll set up on the other side. Okay, so how we do this again, I probably should have told you, crossing your left leg over your right. Okay. Right hand takes the outer blade of the left foot. Left hand takes the outer blade of the right foot. We're going to roll onto outer right hip, extend the left leg, pull the right knee back, and snuggle the left shoulder into the ground. You can also take hold of the ankle. You can bend this top leg. Lots of options. And then settle the breath. Explore the shape with your breath because there's a lot of things happening. We got a quad stretch happening. We have a hamstring stretch happening on the other side. We have a twist going on. Just explore it all. All right, release the legs, come back onto our backs, unwind. Just take a moment. Let's set the feet bent width apart, lean the knees in, press them together, take a breath. And release the muscles of the face. Release into your own being. So release has two parts. It's releasing the anxiety, releasing the layers, releasing the past, releasing the future, releasing into the present, releasing into who we are right here and now. Because it's in the here and now where we heal. We can't heal when we're making comparisons with the past. We can't heal when we're fretting about the future. We heal in the now. We heal in the moment. We create the environment for healing. By releasing into who we are. All right. So now that we're here, just check in with the body and see if there's a way that you would like to release. So don't have any expectations. Just kind of explore what needs releasing and make that happen. Physically, mentally, and also just a sense of play. I got caught up in the expectation rather than exploration when I had my whole weekend planned around Sunday having snow. And here in BC, it tends to be a lot more rainy than snowy. And sure enough, as we reached Sunday, we ended up with rain and not snow. And that could have ruined my whole day because I was so fixated on there being snow. My expectations were sledding. And when it came, my expectations got shattered. And that's why it's so easy to fall into stress when that happens. Because you set yourself up for stress. Expectations are marry you to end results. And if you get married to end results, then you're missing the journey you're on. So I got my lesson in expectations and exploration. So instead we went for a rain walk. All right, get yourself settled. We'll take a quick, just a few minutes in shavasana to kind of seal the journey in our body, seal the adventure of the last hour into our body, mind, spectrum. So soften the body into the mat as you soften the mind into the moment. Take in the sounds all around you, whether my voice, whether it's sounds you can hear in my room or sounds you can hear in the other room. Just let yourself experience them completely. Let yourself experience the weight of your body on the ground. Let yourself experience completely, without judgment, the feel of your clothes, the way they hold you, the way they drape over you. Experience the state of your mind, the little ripples, the little natterings of the monkey mind, peace of the skyline. Experiencing the ebb and flow of the breath that joins mind to body. So if your mind has drifted, let's bring it back to the breath. Beginning to deepen. Start to bring some gentle movements to the fingers and toes. The feet, the hands, into the wrists and ankles. Sway the legs, rock the shoulders, sway the head. Breathe through it all. Take a stretch if you like. Feel it ripple through the body. We'll curl onto one side. Gathering the breath. Gathering the mind. Completing the cycle of life. Shavasana, fetal. And we'll make our way to seated. Find our Sukhasana. Once we arrive, explore any wiggles that want to release. Explore movement for a moment. Once you get all the wiggles out, we're going to inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the thumbs down to heart center. Finish with our Om and our 3 Shantis. So fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up. Hold the breath for 8, 7. And exhale everything out. Inhaling for Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. As you exhale, just gently tuck the chin. Acknowledging and with gratitude to the spirit of life that shines within you and within all of us. Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining me, if you're joining me for the live. And if you're not joining me for the live, I will switch the thumbnail on this and keep it in my live library. If you want to revisit, you can. If you ever have any questions during a live stream, feel free to stick it in the comments. And then when I come back at the end, I can take a peek and go, oh, okay, there we are. I hope everyone had a beautiful day or everyone has a beautiful day. And I hope to see you again sometime. Goodbye for now.